back on it. Chapter 10.5. This is a bonus chapter. Right, another adventure that happens after Scrooge settled down in Duckburg. Because it is a bonus chapter, it begins with a framing story. So we see more current scenes on that first page. I have no cover picture for that. But nonetheless, we shall dig right in. Where will I continue with the soundtrack? I didn't find any fitting soundtrack for these chapters, so I just keep the basic. Let's do that. Oh, sorry. The screen, I need to see that. Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, part 10.5. Look, Uncle Scrooge has once again fallen down next to his old trunk. Come, let us see what it contains. Bah, from time to time he makes it take it out, to sit daydreaming about old things in it. It's just necessary to air the bills in this section, and I have to be sure that Noon steals any of these valuable antiques. It's nothing else but sentimental junk. Hey, this is not the kind of thing that Uncle Scrooge would save. No, it's not. Give here, you shouldn't see that. Sorry. You seem shy? It wouldn't happen to be a gift from a certain goalie? No, silence! But why did you have it, Uncle Scrooge? To remind me of having to be wise. It's a souvenir from the worst business I've ever did when I was wrong. Oh, tell us the story, Uncle Scrooge. Good. Maybe it will do me good to rememorize this embarrassing failure. It's a long time ago, in the November of 1906, in a totally new Central American republic which had parted itself from Colombia and called itself Panama. I was doing some business with the Guami Indians. I was an expert. Here's the hut of the tribe chief. Stay here, girls. I'll make him an offer that he can't resist. Excuse me? Where do you think you'll land this time? Right here. Ooh! Out! Ooh! Did he refuse? Did he not like the pearls? They were so brilliant anyway. If the Indians won't help me, it means that I will have to dig through the whole mountain to find the gold. Come. Our brother is getting too greedy, Matilda. Absolutely, Hortense. Hortense, that was your grandmother, kids. My mother. The only woman Scrooge McDuck had ever been able to tame. Has never been able to tame. There was one more of those. Continue your story, Uncle Scrooge. We returned to where I was digging, but there was another excavation, much bigger. Actually, it was the biggest excavation in the history of the world. The Panama Canal. The Culebra Cut, mister. Digging through the mountains will be our greatest challenge. By Godfrey, this is one of the most impressive sights there is. A sight never given to man any by a time and place. And that's the reason I came. Although it's the first time that a president in office has been outside of the United States. Our president, Amador Guerrero, is honored by your visit, Mr. Roosevelt. I ask myself if you share his feelings, General Esteban. You know that strangers threatens a young, unstable nations like ours. Oh, sorry, I keep scrolling too far here. Get these soldiers ready, Stevens. My secret service agents say that General Esteban is preparing a little accident so he can take over Panama with his canal. You could become the most powerful dictator in the world. Yes, sir. This is why we ask you to visit the canal zone. Hey, not too fast, Stevens. Now tell me of this urgent top-secret matter. An American businessman claims to possess a mountain situated on the planet area of the canal, that one over there. Impossible. Our treaty gives us the right to pass all the way through the isthmus. According to the surveyors, his papers should be genuine, even though that's hard to judge while you're being shot with rifle bullets. Is he up there at the moment? I will take care of it. It's for problems like this that I ask my Rough Riders to keep law and order on the canal zone. Captain Shanton, my horse. You will accompany me with one of your men. Yes, sir. If General Esteban shows up, Stephen, he must not be told anything. Yes, sir, Mr. President. Shortly. Here's a camp, mister. Let me do the talking, Captain. I'll clean up this inconvenience quickly. Oh, you frightened me. Young lady, I demand to know who is in charge here, so? Oh, sorry. Oh, these pages are shorter, so scroll. I think it's my big brother. He's in the mine. Big brother, huh? Your big brother will get acquainted with my big stick. And my big rifle says that you made a big mistake, you rebel. Get out of the way or I will make you behind dirt. Who are you? Darn Scrooge? Scrooge McDuck? What's going on, Scrooge? Yikes, Mr. President, be careful, it's that crazy girl who chased us away from Duckburg. Look out. Look here, calm down, missus. She hasn't got a broom this time. Oh, look, Matilda, cowboys. You better have a good reason to come and fight me again. The McDuck clan already beat you once, and this time you haven't got the navy with you. Don't be shy, boys. No way! It seems you have the right for this mountain and it blocks the canal. You are exactly right, TR. If anybody didn't quite recognize or notice, this is still Theodore Roosevelt, one of the presidents in that time. The French were the first ones to want to make the Panama Canal, hoping to repeat their success at the Suez Canal, but they abandoned it in 1889. Yes, and the Americans bought their treaty with Panama 3 years ago. Not the whole treaty, the French agency of the treaty. Philip Bournonville sold me the rights for this mountain. Read, it says there. By Godfrey, it's true. But why do you want it, Scrooge? The French call it the Gold Hill, because of rumors saying that gold has been found here. They were counting on digging through the mountain and use the gold to pay for the making of the canal. Sly ones, these French. Are you going to interrupt the work and slow down the progress just for the gold, Scrooge? Oh, that's a hard question. Let me think. Yes. Excuse me, I will return to my digging now. Scrooge, we have to have a private talk. I will sell at the right price. Bring a good pen, and if you're ready to have the entire United States Treasury signed over to me. The background is quite amusing, with Matilda and Hortensie. They are scaring the cowboys. Shortly, in the presidential train car. Yoo-hoo, cowboy, come over here, my sweet. Hortense, I beg you, stop annoying the Rough Riders. We are trying to hold a top-secret presidential meeting, miss. You mind your own business, you two. And you, Teddy, it's useless to talk to me in that tone when you haven't yet given the right to voting for women. You... What temper? Wow, she told the President of the United States to go to blazes? That's my mother. Scrooge, a certain Panamanian general, is going to take a military coup d'etat if he finds out there's something treacherous in the treaty. I don't give a damn about your political problems. I will give you the right for the gold hill right after I finish digging. With a shovel? That could take years. Listen, what if I help you finish the work quicker? Would that satisfy you? At your cost? Fine. I will take care of this myself, to keep it all this confidential. Sorry. This will be our adventure, Scrooge. It will remind us of our days back in the Dakota Territory. Deal ended. Let us celebrate, TR. To the secret Roosevelt-McDuck Treaty. To the secret McDuck-Roosevelt Treaty. We'll meet at dusk, close to the place where the equipment is. How romantic. Bring some cowboys too. Say 10 or 12. Hortense. The vast tropical moon is rising over the luxuriant Panamanian jungle, starting without knowing it's a night of international intrigues. If you might have noticed, this is one of the most political chapters. We are here, TR. We? What do you mean, we? My ladies, you have nothing to do here. This is man's work. Take care of what you say, TR, or you regret that you didn't bring a dozen of Rough Riders to protect you. Alright then. This is the area where we keep giant Buckaroo steam hovels. But the port is closed. Darned, you're right. The guard patrolling must have the keys. Darned problem. There he is. Catch him. It's a cowboy. I know how to get the keys, and it's no man's work, right, Hortense? You're right. Give us your cape. Hello, cowboy. What a nice boy like you doing here alone, under this beautiful tropical moon. They serve good, your family. And for free over more. The best paid worker at my canal get 30 cents an hour. I will never pay such princely wages, and above all, not to my family. I never thought I would gloat over him paying me 30 cents per hour. Shut up and listen. Continue your story, Uncle Scrooge. You look like a girl I saw in a small village called Duckburg. Oh, was she nice, this girl? Yes, but much shorter. Continue, you interest me. Good. She had a sister who was a real terror, the most diabolic villainess I've ever saw. More wild than a badger. What? You're no prize yourself, you polecat. Help! Foreign spy! I've been infiltrated by a hostile agent. I will go and find help. You done? I got nothing for mean guy. I said I'll go find help. Listen, Lex. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Whoops. Stay at your post. I will alarm the cavalry. Remember the main. What? What nuisance is going on here? That diabolic bitch. Leave it here, soldier. We are the new Secret Service of the President. We have been keeping an eye on her. Thanks for your cooperation. Let us not waste time. Do you know how to drive these shovel machines, TR? Yes, I've tried one today for a photo reporter. Ladies, return to my train car and tell my wife that I'm on a secret mission, and especially that she shouldn't worry. Why aren't we going with you? I told you already, it's dangerous. It's a job for men who... I want you. Come on, Hortense. Mrs. Roosevelt may have use for us. I'm okay. One time in Wyoming I was kicked by a bull moose, and this was only half as bad. Well, only 3/4 as bad, anyway. Bravo, we're moving. Leave this place quickly. What luck, there were no guards. Hurry to the jungle, quick. Why is the president going on a nightly trip with a steam shovel? Let it be what it will be and see what happens. On the bottom of his heart, the president is only 6 years old. The machine is extremely slow and noisy. It will be hard to get away without any attention. It's essential that we get there. Our agreement should stay secret at any cost. The only anxiety is that I can't see where we're going. The machine has no headlights. Ah, we're going much faster now. Too fast. By Godfrey, what's going on? I'm on a wagon, transporting Earth to the dump area. Oh, the speed has raced. Stand on the brakes, dear. What's that string doing here? No, don't pull that down here, it's the whistle. And what's this handle for? It's for lowering the shuffle, look out. Strange behavior, even for Americans. I'll find the reason. Everything is fine, I'm sure. I don't know, we could have attracted attention, huh? Don't mug me, Scrooge, or I'll pass the income tax bill. Sorry. But this is perfect. We can pass through the swamp without being followed by anyone, even if they see us. We absolutely have to do this job in one night. I hope you know where to dig, Scrooge. Precisely no. The Guami Indians wouldn't tell me. They have been cheated and robbed by everyone since Columbus landed here in 1503. They don't trust me. Ah, that's where I can enter. I can be of help to you. You will learn the art of tactics of democracy, and I will always seem a bit weak on that area. Tell me the way to the Indian village. Okay. Let me just click on the soundtrack for a bit. Yeah, that's more chilling. Shortly, here's the village. We better leave these steam shovels here. It would scare the natives. There, I hid it behind a tree. Watch your step. They are mistrusting the strangers so much they put up traps on the roads to the village. Hello, Chief I. You again? Didn't I tell you I would kill you if I ever see you again? I recognize the charm of Scrooge. Sorry. I presume I'm presenting myself to the famous Chief Perita. I'm your colleague, Theodore Roosevelt. I would like to talk to you about Gold Hill. Huh, the chief of the American people. I saw your photo in the papers of the city. It's a great honor. Enter. Now that's diplomacy. Wait for me out here. Sit down, my friend. Drink some chicha. And the drink of my tribe. I will go find the cart of the Gold Hill. Very good idea. Psst, dear. Is it all going well? Yes, the chief has gone to find a map. I don't understand. The Guamis don't trust strangers before they tested their value. And in which way they do that? Which, with a drink, believe it or not, it's called chicha. Whatever you do, don't touch that stuff. It's above all, it's murder. Tia? Tia? Too late. He drank some, and the chief is coming back. We need his cooperation. Now what shall I do? It was good, this chicha. That's really a drink. Happy you liked it. You proved that you are strong and brave. My poor friend, how lean and pale your arm is. Yes, that's an example of your Panamanian malaria, but if you will, let me see this card, Chief Parida. I will show you where the place where we've finding gold for centuries. But first show me where the horrible McDuck is doing his digging. I don't see anything, okay. Right there. Huh? 10 miles out in the Pacific Ocean? He must have very strong lungs. Oh, he is a remarkable person, and handsome too. I will mark you the placement of the gold, my friend, but this is for yours eyes only. If you tell it to McDuck, I kill him. Oh, I will never tell none ever. My lips are sealed. That's fine. Take some more chicha, my brave friend. Well spoken. Well, now we seal our friendship with the sacred handshake of the Guami. Down. My arm isn't long enough. What I do? Your hand, my friend. You don't want to insult me by refusing the secret handshake? I will try anyway. Put her here, pal. Malaria, my friend? You have yellow fever. Never saw such a serious case before. You're right. This is why I'm going to bed immediately. Thanks, Chief. Hurry, you can hardly walk. What happened? It's done. The chief gave me this card with the placement of the plan of the gold to the mountain. You have seen what bit of diplomacy Ala Roosevelt does? I'm glad you have been able to give your hand on this coup. And I gave you a foot. After all this time, that's what I waited for it. That I've waited for this. What? Never mind. But if you still want me to give this treaty to you, we'll have to finish getting the gold out tonight. Don't forget it. A secret treaty. Very interesting. The occasion I was waiting for. With this map and the steam shovel, it will not take us long to return to the Gold Hill and to... What's this? Halt, gentlemen, in the name of General Esteban el Magnificent. General Esteban. What I feared most has happened. This is bad, right? This is bad for us, right, Tia? President Roosevelt, I fear there has been some secret deals between powerful strangers visiting Panama to my great resentment. For the good of my people, I feel forced to take the power in position of a dictator. That villain, we played right into his hands. I suppose the passage through the canal will cost much more than expected, right? You talk of the Esteban Canal? Yes, it's expensive, a dictatorship. I will go summon my troops, and we will seize the canal zone. Roosevelt will be my hostage. Don't move until I return, or I'll shoot you. Yes, El Magnifico. Magnifico. This bandit won't have Roosevelt to help take over Panama. Looking at the events, it's even more urgent that we find that gold tonight. It is time to act. Twang. Whoop, whoop. The steam is still up. It's ready to go. Mind you, Esteban, what General Esteban said? Don't move. Good job, McDuck. I put the trio steady, so they can watch the moon. Now, we're going to dig, Tia. Well, they will be thanking me. Thanks to me, they have to obey the orders. You have stated exactly the same as you in Dakota. The years haven't taken anything away from you. In the meantime, in the presidential train car, Hortense and Matilda has been held at company by President Roosevelt's wife. Don't worry, Mrs. Scrooge will bring your husband back safe and sound. I'm not afraid. Theodore has often told me good of your brother. They are much alike. The first thing in common is that your husband collects trophies, like Scrooge. What is this? The owner of a candy store in Brooklyn sent it to Theodore. It's his wife who made it. He wished permission to call it Teddy. That's your husband's nickname? Yes. Since then he has sold thousands of teddy bears in the whole world. How cute it is. I think so too. But not as cute as a cowboy. Knock knock. Yes? Good evening, miss. I'm on behalf of the Secret Service. I've come to tell Mrs. Roosevelt that her husband is not in danger. We have sent the Rough Riders out to find him. They'll find him quickly. Relax, he is with my brother. Any who attacks them will be the ones in danger. We are taking care of it. No reason to worry your pretty little head. I thought you were guarding Miss Roosevelt. Unnecessary. She is very well protected. Would it annoy you if I lie down for a moment? Ah, man, the scrolling. In the meantime, at the Gold Hill, McDuck and the President are digging. So have you found our extraordinary vein? No, and I don't like what I see. That worries me. I've been a gold digger for 20 years now, and I know that one will never find gold in this kind of soil. Leave the steam shovel be, TR. I need to think. You are rich and you still work hard. Why not pay some men to do that? Because of what you told me in 1883, when I was a cowboy. Have you forgotten that, TR? One shouldn't live in audacious easiness, but from work, effort and fight. The highest form of success comes to a man who isn't afraid of danger or work, and he, as a consequence, obtains the supreme triumph. And when I knew you in Dakota, you shared my joy for the life in open air, Scrooge. I'm losing this joy, but it comes back in moments like this one. The attraction of silent places, where large silver moons and the splendor of the stars, where the voyager sees the glory of risings and settings of the sun, in savage places, ignored by people, unchanged by the eternal rolling of time. By Godfrey, well spoken, Scrooge. Can I put that quote in one of my books one day? And by Godfrey, he did it. If that would make you happy. You can't stay, huh? You already returned to work? What do you mean I haven't moved a jot? A landslide. We have digged too much, Scrooge. This is good. It allows us to finish much quicker. It's finished, but the soil doesn't look stable. I'll be damned. Look! A giant jaguar of stone with claws and teeth of solid gold. The gold found on this hill must be gold leaf flaked from the statue. It's impressive, dreamlike. This jaguar must have been buried centuries ago to hide it from Spanish invaders. Bizarre. This jaguar is in the Aztec type, but the masonry is Incan and the hieroglyphs are Mayan. It's impossible. Well observed, TR, but I am interested in history too, and I have learned reading Mayan. You always surprise me, Scrooge. And what does it tell? It's a sacrifice temple for the god of success in business between the Precambrian nations of America in north and south. This isthmus, this isthmus has always been a road for international trading. Soon it will be from ocean to ocean, but in the antiquity it was from continent to continent. Yum, what's inside? I'll be damned. We are in a treasure room with boxes full of treasures. You find my English pleasing? Oh, I do sure hope so. These marks represent the years of the Mayan calendar, and all these objects became sacrifices for the god of the merchandisers who traveled through here during each year. Aztec mantles, Mayan jades, Mixtec and Olmec sculptures, Tolekatan star maps, Anasian turquoises, and Musian golds from El Dorado. It's like a fabulous museum for antique American civilizations. And the treasures! McDuck, you're not trying to keep this all to yourself, right? I sure am. I have the right to this mountain, and what I find in it, it will hurt me to give it up. But these are international treasures of many cultures. It represents an era when two entire hemispheres lived in peace. This is an historical heritage. But it doesn't mean anything for me, TR. Scrooge McDuck, in my position of the President of the United States, I oppose of this theft. What? Have you forgot our agreement? None runs from a treaty made with McDuck, not even a superpower. Let's take care of this man to man. If you take it that way, very well. Prepare to fight. Come at me, a monkey. Give up, Scrooge. The old boxing master, Gentleman Jim Corbett, came to me to give lessons in boxing in the White House. Does he still have that scar over the eye that I gave him in San Francisco in '91? I won by knockouts. Look out, these objects have an inestimable value. I haven't touched any of them, but don't worry, I'll take them with me when I leave. Something is happening. Another landslide, I bet. Oh, sorry. It takes more to distract me. Prepare to get the defeat of your life, Dior. Be prepared. We can't keep standing anymore. No problem. I can fight you in wrestling as well as in boxing. It was Standing Bull himself who taught me the Indian wrestling style. Standing Bull? Don't know him. He changed his name into Sitting Bull after our first match. They called this a full McDuck when I demonstrated at the Olympics in St. Louis 2 years ago. I can't. Well, your conditions? I risked years of red tape in proving my rights to this treasure, but you're ready to pay very much, and now, right? Make it short, we are in the middle of a landslide. I give my mountain to America for a price which will be decided at dawn, if we survive this night. Dawn. Let's see what happens outside. In the meantime, the Rough Riders and the army of General Esteban are looking for the President, or opposite of each other. The tension is mounting. General, we have reason to think that you hold as hostage the President of the United States. Free him, or... I know what your President has made secret treaties behind my back. It's my intention to catch him in the act. Clear the passage. One step more, I'll shoot. But wait, Captain Shantan. If the American forces take up arms against the Panamanian troops, it will be an excellent excuse for starting my revolution. So shoot. Soldiers, take aim. He's right, Captain. All the powers of the world have their eyes on Panama. If we take part in it, could start a world war. TR has disappeared. We can't retire. Click, click, click. Thousand millions of furious bulls. Help! The Jaguar god of our ancestors. He's mad with us because we have obeyed the evil General Esteban. Flee! Help! Captain Shanton, the president is doing a rodeo on a giant jaguar. That's him, alright. None with a descent from a mountain in that way. Come back, you cowards. It's only a statue, and my plans for dominating the world trade? What about him? Come back. Mr. President, are you alright, sir? Yes, George, but this jaguar is going to cause a quite mess. Not housebroken, sir? If the Congress finds out that the treasure was found in a territory leased by America, they will be able to demand it for financing the canal. France could also say that the temple isn't included in my rights, and every nation with which cultures has contributed to the treasure has the right to claim their part. There's only one thing left to do, Terja. That's some sort of ancient building. What are the Darn Jenkins doing? They are leaving. I'll profit from visiting the place before they return. Oh, the President of the United States stealing a Panamanian national treasure? It's too good to be true. I've caught him guiltier than I dreamed. Yes, it's a treasure vault. Such riches in such abundance. It is magnificent, but a bit messy. With this as the treasury of my new nation, no power could oppose me. I can hire mercenary, buy guns, cannons, and even battleships. For starters, a bushel of gold for my praetorial guard will encourage them to march on the palace and declare me a dictator. Huh? What's that noise? Another No, it's the Yankees. At the other end. There, we dumped enough rock on the temple to hide it. And my workers will bury it even deeper as they continue to excavate the Culebra Cut. I will reveal this secret in my presidential archives, to be opened 100 years from now. In the utopia of that future time, when there is no greed or war, this will be a safer matter to reveal. Well, time will tell about that. I saw something moving down there. I'll take a look. Mr. President, stay here. We don't want to lose you again. Good. The temple has to stay hidden, or it will ruin the best bargain of my life. Yes, you Yankee pick. I know the President's theft of Panamanian treasure. This will cause the loss of this canal treaty. But your end will come a lot sooner, so that you do not prevent me from returning to reclaim the treasure. What is your last word? Yes. Thanks for telling me the location of the gold hill. This will make the stupid Chief Paratia furious. What are you saying? I am returning from delivering a gift to Chief Roosevelt's rolling hut. The gods lead me here to finish this outrage. You win, Chief Paratia. You are too slick for me. You taught me a lesson. Take this gold. It's from the territory of the Guamis. It will make it possible to buy many good things for my people. But what should I do with this darn General Esteban? My people know of his evil deeds. Have mercy. Don't take him back to Colombia. It was the general who did everything for separating Panama from Colombia. They will put him in prison forever. You should have had shut up. I'll bring him there. About you? Leave Panama. Yes, Chief. I know when I'm defeated. What was that about, McDuck? Nothing I couldn't handle. But look on this sunrise. We have to end our business. Yeah, let us return to my train car. shortly. Good. According to our appointment, I have the right to find my prize. Okay, let's finish it. Oh well, you can tell the patent office to give me the rights to this machine invented by those two fellas from North Carolina. The aeroplane of the Wright brothers? How do you want me to do that? Your lawyers could figure it out, unless I choose the machine with pictures I saw at the World Exhibition in St. Louis in 1904. The cinematograph? Bah, nothing good will come from that nonsense, I tell you. But I gave you my word of honor. And this is why you should decide now. No regrettings. I will decide. But first, let us propose the toast. To the greatest bargains I'll ever make. Of course. Hastings, tell me this is not my usual cognac. No, sir. An Indian brought it. He said you adored it. He called it chicha. God. McDuck, don't drink. What? McDuck? McDuck, are you? He's on the ground. He's out. Cold as a carp. Looks like he won't wake up for us. That's terrible. He has to decide his price. I gave him my word. But he has to decide now. His sisters will have to decide in his place. Bully, delightful. It is his. So, is this what my mother chose? Is this the trade she made? Oh, sit down. Teddy Roosevelt's teddy bear. I should have at least gotten a few $1,000,000. That's all I ever expected from the Gold Hill. And instead of that, it became the worst bargain of my life. I always wanted to see you come down from your pedestal, and it was my mother who took you down from even before I was born. What a woman! But Uncle Scrooge, have you thought about what this is? Yes, this is a nephew who is going to get my foot somewhere in this. I'm talking about this. This is the worst disgrace of my life. Are you rubbing it in too? I want to forget the story. But listen, Uncle Scrooge. You don't understand. It's the first teddy bear of all times, the prototype, and it belonged to President Roosevelt. No. And then, Duckburg Tribune, Scrooge McDuck refuses to sell world's most valuable toy in heated international bid war. Tycoon keeps Teddy's teddy as trophy of best deal I've ever made. Nephew says, and you can quote me. And with this, we have finished another bonus chapter. So until next time, when we have our last 2 chapters to go in this series, tomorrow, right around the same time. Until then, I wish you a good day.